Alrighty, today I want to talk about some rare things that can happen here in PonyTown. Obviously, there are some super simple things like clovers and pearls, for example, in these patches. Anywhere you see a set of patches like this of clovers, they're all going to be 3-leaf clovers. At a random point in time, a 4-leaf clover might appear and spawn on one of these patches. There's multiple. For example, there's one right here. There's another patch over here, right up here. And look at that, there's even a 4-leaf clover there. That's kind of convenient. We'll go ahead and pick that up, because why not? There's also a clover patch down there, and clover patches all over the place. If I zoom out here a little bit as well, you can see that there is some up here in the top left, and some over here on this left side. And even one right here next to me on these cliffs right here. So there's clover patches literally all over the map. There's actually technically some new clover spots as well, but for now, the other thing we have is, of course, pearls. Pearls, of course, can spawn anywhere along the beaches. Now, there's, of course, the beach up here and a beach lower down on the map. These are two different places that pearls can spawn, pretty much anywhere along this beach. That is technically another rare thing. Honestly, I would say that this is more rare than clover spawning and you being able to just find a clover, because pearls, there's only ever one on the map at any given time. So it is a much more rare item. So it is technically something that is another rare thing that can happen to you. Now, if we want to take a break from the kind of pearl and clover side of things, we could, of course, say that another rare thing that can happen to you in PonyTown is running into that one guy that you forgot to friend that one time, like 2 months ago or something. It's kind of a goofy thing, but technically it's a rare thing that happens in PonyTown every now and then. You might just be like talking to this person right here, Radiant Hue. Look at them. They have a berry and everything, and ooh, look, this person has a clover. Let's just say that I talked to this person. I was hanging out with them for a while, and we were doing all kinds of stuff, and we had a fun little time, but oh no, they left, and I forgot to friend them before they disappeared, and I'll never know whenever they come back. They don't have any socials. Well, that person has a social connected to them, but just pretend that they didn't have a social connected to them or something like that. It's like, oh no, and I'll never know who it was. I'll never see them again because I've just they got off and I didn't get to friend them in time, so I'll never know when they're on. That is technically a tragic thing that can happen, but a rare thing that can happen to you is that just randomly 2 months later you just find them completely at random, and they're like, oh shit, it's you, hey, check it out, and then you just actually friend each other that time. That is technically a rare thing that can happen. It's a little bit weird if we're being honest. Now, there is another rare thing that can happen. Let's see if I can find one real quick, just because it happens sometimes. Usually the most, like 90% of the time that I've seen it happen, it's been down here somewhere. It can technically happen pretty much anywhere that there's clover patches, or at least I believe it can happen anywhere that there are clover patches. But back to clovers, another rare thing that can happen with clovers is that they spawn underneath a 3-leaf clover. This is extremely rare, and it's kind of hard to see whenever it does happen. I've seen some appear, let's see, like right in this area. I think one was under that before, and I think I've seen one under this before. So I don't have like, obviously I can't just like randomly run into it because it's such a rare thing that can happen, but it is another rare thing that does happen randomly, just at the most random time. If you're really lucky, you might find a 4-leaf clover underneath a 3-leaf clover, and it's super weird whenever it happens because it's like it's just underneath it, and you can tell there's something underneath it, but sometimes it's really hard to tell. Another rare thing that can happen, and this image here that River found actually kind of inspired the idea of this video, and that is with clovers, multiple clovers spawning all in the same patch. So, of course, that can happen. You can see 1 or 2 next to each other at any given time, but sometimes if you're really, really, really lucky in an extremely rare situation, you can find all 3 of them all in the same patch. And I think it's pretty cool whenever it happens, because it's like, ooh, boom, 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 and just got 3 clovers right back to back. This is, of course, a very rare thing that can happen. It's not likely to happen to you, but that's kind of the point of the video, right? And the last thing I have to share with you is probably even more rare than anything else that I've shared so far. I want to say that like it's close to the rarest thing that can happen to you, and that is, for example, this person here just sitting on these clover patches. Technically speaking, an extremely rare thing that can happen to you is a clover spawning underneath you. So in a place that you cannot see. This technically can happen with like candy and Easter eggs and gift boxes and stuff like that as well during those events, respectively. But technically, if I'm just sitting here, there is a small chance that a 4-leaf clover will just spawn where I'm sitting, right on my ass, and then I'll never know that it's there until I finally get up, and oh my god, there was one there the whole time. What the heck is the chances of that? that is technically another very rare thing that can happen to you. But let me know in the comments below what other rare things you think can happen. Is that a cosplay of me? No, they just kind of looks a lot like me for some reason. And what the fuck is this? This is kind of spooky. Man, I keep getting interrupted by random wacky things happening. Let me just go ahead and come over here and show these clover spots. Why not? Technically, we have some new clover spots over here. I haven't seen a four-leaf clover spawn there. I don't know if these, like, in these spots by the tents are technically considered proper clover spots or not, but there are new spots down here. I have seen one spawn there before, and there are some new ones down along this way as well. There's another clover spot there that didn't used to be there, and another one there that didn't used to be there. And if we keep going down, there's another one right here. Look, there's even one already there. So there's new clover spots technically on this right side of the map, but that is just more so for you to explore later. But yeah, let me know in the comments below what other rare things you think can happen in PonyTown. And if you enjoyed this video, please do consider liking it, sharing it. You know, that might be kind of nice if you share it around or something like that. And please do consider subscribing as well. If you do, you get to become wonderful or something like that. Look, my outro, I haven't done an outro in a really long time, so just there you go. Subscribe, do all those things, and stay wonderful.